I know. Welcome us back.
Yes. There we go.
Do you like our new backdrop, our new setting? We're trying something new for you guys. So let us know what you guys think about it. But we're so happy to be back after this quarantine. You know, I missed seeing you guys.
I know.
Being around you guys and talking about craziness.
Yes. I mean, we're still working on everything over here, but we're just excited to be back. I know quarantine is still going on, and we also have been, taking every action to stay safe, wearing our masks and gloves and all that other stuff, washing our hands. So we're just excited to see you guys, sister.
Yes. We're missing one.
Yes.
We're missing our beautiful Rahel. She's not here. So this is our love to you, Rahel.
Yes.
Hope you'll be you should be in the next one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's gonna be here next one.
I don't know.
If you guys haven't heard what's going on, the sad news of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and countless others. In this recent time, we have seen a video, if you guys haven't seen it, but of George Floyd, when police officers were called to the scene for a counterfeit 20, and the way they handled it was to arrest him and have 8 minutes. Was it 8 minutes or 7 minutes? 8 minutes, and I'm sorry, but I'm not exactly sure, but it's 8 minutes, having his knee on his neck, and he's saying he can't breathe. So for that to happen, for Breonna Taylor, which served as an EMT, sleeping in her house with her boyfriend, police had a warrant, a no-knock warrant, and entered her home with presenting themselves, letting them know who it is. Mm-hmm. So as your right as an American, they did what they were supposed to do, which was defend themselves. If somebody's barging in your house, using to break in your door, you're gonna immediately do what? Protect yourself.
Of course.
So her boyfriend protected himself with a registered firearm, and the cops retaliated by shooting back and sadly killing Breonna Taylor. And what's the worst part about it is that they got the wrong house. The person that they got was already in police custody. She lost her life. Falsified information was sent out. Her mother got false information. This case is it's sad, and she needs justice. So, and Ahmaud Arbery as well was a young man, and he was walking in a neighborhood, which I know several people have done this.
Yes.
When people are
Everybody do that.
Yeah, when people are walking down the street and they see a house that's being built, some people walk in it. It's not to steal anything, it's just to see how the house is being built, and then you go on your merry way.
Yeah.
I've seen several people do it. But this particular day, he did that, and people assumed he was stealing because I guess you steal wood planks, yeah, and drywall, and
the whole house.
The whole house, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lift the house from the foundation and walk. But they assumed that he was stealing from a unfinished house, which had nothing but raw material in it, mm-hmm. and chased him with firearms and shot him. So he lost his life for nothing. And to call the police, and they told them to leave him alone, and they thought that their police officer, so it was justified to kill an innocent man.
Yeah.
For an assumption of something. So
and don't even get arrested until there were protests.
Exactly. Yeah. My situation in this is why do you feel the right? You have the right to take a man's life okay, I know that if somebody steals something, not in this situation, but if somebody steals something, what justifies you to kill them? If somebody steals, I know in the 90s, early 90s, 90s, a little girl was in a corner store. She put orange juice in her side of her backpack.
Yeah.
And she was going to pay her, the lady, the cashier. The lady didn't even give the little girl a chance. She just, like, tussling with her, and shoot. The girl turns around and shoots her in the back of the head.
Oh my God.
But the girl had the money in her hand. She was going to pay for it. She lost her life for orange juice. So my thing is the fact that if she was even going to steal the orange juice, which she wasn't, why does her life equate to a dollar orange juice? Her life was taken away. And she was basically set free, had probation. Rodney King, Trayvon Martin, minding his business. It's raining, so he's supposed to. A black man has to have no hoodie on in the middle of the rain and being chased because he has Skittles in Arizona, and you thought that you was going to be the Samaritan to tackle and kill a young innocent teenage boy.
It's just ongoing. Like, when does it stop? Like, you know, as society, it kind of put us to a place to where we question the overall. Because for me now, I'm like, I don't just, for some reason, it's bigger than the police. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoever is sending them out there, what message are they giving them? Like, what instruction are they, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, there are people over the police, basically. And it's just sad. Like, we have to protest, we have to constantly, you know, tweet, post, demand justice for something that is in the eyes of everybody to see, you know, that was wrongfully done to someone, and the law did not acknowledge that.
Because the law was created to keep black and brown people in jail. So when you even say this is bigger than the police, yes, this is bigger than the police, because I don't know if you ever watched, there's this documentary on Netflix called The 13th Amendment, if you know about the 13th Amendment, where when after they abolished slavery in America, especially in the South, you got the slave owners that did not have workers to work in the farm for free, because you know America was built on free labor.
Yes.
So what they will do is they will get all, like, they'll arrest black people for like no reason at all. So they can be in prison. They can be in prison and stay in prison so they can provide this labor. And I was actually shocked to see that even Victoria's Secret was using that, like the free labor, the prison labor. Yes, most of these giant companies. So it's like yes. So now when people are rising up, people are paying attention, so they don't know what to do, and black people are not seen as humans. We are seen as less than humans, so that it's easier for them when they don't see us as humans. It's easier for them to kill us, and which is funny because as much as white people, I won't say all, I'll say most white people don't see black people as humans, but they do love their animals, you know.
For sure.
They do love their animals.
For
so
sure.
If they equate black people to animals, so would that be like they love black people? Because have you seen a white woman with her dog?
Oh my God.
Have you seen a white man with his dog? There's actually an organization to protect animals. But then when people hear Black Lives Matter, they think it's a terrorist group. So I'm like, why?
But I mean, if you're saying all lives matter, so if Black Lives Matter, there shouldn't be an issue because all life matters. But is there an issue because we're focusing on black life because that's where the problem is right now?
We're focusing on something that can change it for not only blacks but the whole minority group.
Yes.
Because just yes, black people are being harassed, but so are Hispanics. So are
Asians now.
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, the xenophobia against Asians is actually rising because of the virus.
Oh, okay, yeah. You're
But
right
I
about
mean,
that.
you know, that was happening to us a couple, years ago when Ebola was going on. I mean, if you're African at that time, it's like, it's crazy.
Man,
People look at you a certain way, you know, so. It's just frustrating.
I have a headache because of the sheer ignorance, like that is, like, I just want to leave. Like, we need to go.
Where are we gonna go?
Just out of this ghetto. I'm tired of this.
Excuse me, we've been banned from a lot of countries.
Yes, because
We
we're
can't
not
go
taking
nowhere.
this thing serious.
We can't go.
And they're like-
150,000 dead. Nobody wants us. Okay, so you ain't going nowhere. You ain't going anywhere. You're here.
Yeah,
I know,
we're in this
but-
together.
But my thing is that, okay, at this point,
Yeah.
black people have to come together. Like, I don't have to debate with you why racism should end. It's not a debatable topic. There's no debatable topic of why innocent children are being in cages. There should be no debatable topic about that. There should be no debatable topic about people that were native to this country are being called aliens. What I don't understand, how is that the people that came here illegally are telling
Are
other people
certain, yes.
illegal?
Yes.
Right. And I had an experience when I was 6 or 7, around my son's age now.
Mm-hmm.
And I was with my dad, and he was driving a taxi. We was in the middle of some boomies area. We were in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And his car was driving a little funny. So he stopped the car on the side of the road. It was like a 2-way road.
Mm-hmm.
To check his car. And I stepped out of the car with him to check on, to see what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like a mile behind us, we see a group of white people. Group of white men.
Mm-hmm.
And they're screaming at us. Niggers! Niggers! And then they're running. Mind you, I'm 6 or 7 and I'm terrified. So, like, we have to jump in the car and haul. And I'm like, you know, in the back window, he had a Crown Victoria. So it's like a real big back window.
Yeah.
I'm on the top looking and they're just chasing after us. And I'm like, thinking about it now, like, what if they caught us? We could have been lynched. We could have been killed. We could have been beaten to the end of our life. And when I think about it now, like, recently, like, I would say within the 5 years, I've really educated myself on black history and the American history that we wasn't taught.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm seeing how really effed up this system is. Like, how they
Oh, it
really
is.
teaching us, like, things that aren't true. That they're really trying to systematically brainwash us and make us seem like we're inferior when we're not.
My question is, yes, they do consider black people inferior. How are you going to consider black people inferior if you're stealing everything from them? It's not their bodies you're not stealing, that's the slavery from, it's not their ideas you're stealing, because a lot of black
Artifacts.
people invented. It's not about artifacts, because when you go to Europe, you'll see most of the African history is in their museums. It's not about the style, because guess what? They copy our styles. It's not about our futures, because now you see them blackfishing on the internet, blackfishing how they tan themselves to look darker and get ass shots to have white asses and all that stuff. But then we're inferior. How are we inferior? If all you do is to put us down to make
Look
yourself feel better.